Hello there. Are you ready for our next story? Well, this is one I borrowed from the preschool. It's called George's Store, and it's by Frank Ash. Are you ready? When George was a little boy, he lived with his mother and father in the back of their grocery store. Sometimes George helped in the store. He swept the floor, dusted the shelves, and even waited on the customers. So when George grew up, he started a store of his own. Every day when the floor had been swept and the shelves had been dusted, George and his pet parrot Pete sat down to wait for customers. Whenever a customer came in, George and Pete played a game. They tried to guess what each person wanted to buy. Sometimes they guessed right. Now he's a farmer and he wants seeds. Buckwheats? Seeds, please. Now she's a carpenter. She wants pails. Nails? Nails, please. Now he's a lumberjack and he wants an axe. Tax? An axe, please. And sometimes they guessed wrong. He's a cook and he wants ham. Jam? Cheese, please. Now she's a cowgirl and she wants rope. Soap? May I have something for his fleas, please? Then one day, a lady in a red dress walked into George's store. George and Pete tried to guess what she wanted. A goldfish? A silver dish? No. Flutes, boots, parachutes? Paper clips, potato chips? No. A mop, a top, some soda pop, cats, hats, bats, a bicycle, a tricycle, night lights, box kites, a box of socks, 6 kinds of rocks, a wishing well, a dinner bell, a toy plane, a wind-up train, a weather vane, plants, ants, pants, a drum, a plum, some chewing gum? No, 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 no. Finally, George says, I give up. Yes, I do. And the lady said, George, I want you. And so they were married. This is my favorite part of the book right here. Does that look like me? And they raised a family. And they all lived together in the back of George's store. You know, sometimes I think we forget when we go to a store to buy something, that store very often belongs to a family, especially a small store. And that family depends on people coming in and shopping and buying things from them so that they can have money to provide for their own families, to buy food and clothing and books and pay for the cable and all the things that your family has to do too. We are all interwoven in what's called a community. Our community is called Tuscaloosa, and most of the time it works very well. But right now, because of this coronavirus that you've been hearing so much about, the reason that we can't go to school and we can't come to church and we can't go to a lot of places but have to stay home most of the time, well, it's hurting these families that own stores. Customers aren't allowed to come and shop. And so the support we give each other most of the time and sort of take for granted is not there. When you say your prayers, I hope that you will pray for the community and for the families in this community. And when we're able to go back to the stores, I hope that when you go back to spend your money to go shopping, that you'll remember the families that own and run the store and have some appreciation for them. We all depend on each other. That's the way God set it up, so that none of us would worry just about ourselves, but instead we would worry about each other, and we would support each other and encourage each other. Jesus says we should love one another, and that all of us are members of his body, and all of us have a different part to play. And that includes those who own the stores, like George and the woman in the red dress. Do you know why Jesus would want us all to support one another and live in a good, healthy community? Sure you do. Because Jesus loves us this much. So God bless you. God bless you that you remember that you are the beloved child he created you to be. And good night.